The moment many said would never come is now here. Not in theory, not in speculation. In reality, today marks one of the biggest shifts in the history of digital assets, as the United States prepares to launch the first regulated spot XRP ETF on Nasdaq. This is not a rumor. This is a line being drawn between the old financial world and the new one quietly forming behind the scenes. For years, XRP supporters understood the long game. The vision was not a meme coin rally or a short-term pump. It was a settlement engine, a liquidity rail, a global standard that could connect banks, institutions, and payment networks. Yet the majority of the world treated XRP as an outsider, a rebel, a project fighting an uphill battle against regulators, headlines, and doubt. But something changed, something major. The regulatory fog is lifting, and the biggest gatekeeping institution in finance is opening the door. An ETF is not about retail hype. It is about legitimacy. It is about institutional entry. It is about giving the largest pools of capital on earth a regulated way to buy and hold XRP with no technical barriers, no exchanges, no wallets, no friction. Just direct access. The timing is not an accident. XRP has been clearing its path step by step. A legal victory. Global adoption in payments. Real-world usage. Enterprise partners. And now, the ETF mechanism that transforms a digital asset from an online token into an institutional-grade investment product. When a spot ETF launches, demand no longer depends only on traders. It is impacted by fund managers, retirement accounts, corporate treasuries, and every entity that was previously blocked from touching XRP. Here is the part that most viewers will miss. An ETF is not only an investment tool, it is a liquidity event. When shares are created, XRP must be purchased to back those shares. When demand rises, more XRP is required. This creates steady pressure not linked to hype cycles, but to long-term portfolio building by serious investors who do not chase trends. They allocate, they hold, they wait. Banks have waited for clarity. Institutions have waited for approval. Now the signal has been given. With a spot ETF, XRP moves from the fringe into the regulated core of modern finance. The same core that once rejected it. The same core that now needs it more than ever as the world shifts toward tokenized assets, real-time settlement, and cross-border speed at a scale that legacy rails cannot support. The launch of an XRP ETF is not the end of a journey. It is the beginning of a new phase, a phase where XRP is no longer talked about as a controversial asset. It is recognized as a foundational one, a neutral bridge that fits into a system where value moves like information. Fast, permissionless, borderless. For the viewer, the key question is simple. Why now? Why did the gate finally open? Because the financial world is preparing for something bigger. The move toward instant clearing, tokenized markets, smart liquidity, and a unified global standard for payments. XRP sits at the center of that transformation, and the ETF is the doorway that confirms the world is ready to take the next step. Welcome to the new chapter. Welcome to the moment XRP becomes unavoidable. This is LTL Productions, the truth behind the headlines, the stories no one else will tell. Subscribe now so you never miss what happens next.